Martin, Cancelo run made ahead of him by Fermin Lopez, back for Pedri. Kunde. A rare mistake from Yamal.
Just watching the Atletico centre-backs, the three that are in there. Every time a ball goes into a pocket, one of them jumps out.
A 2-1.
They're looking to create, the ball gets set, and then there's
Vamos a ver qué hace el Barcelona.
As I said, it's very, very similar to the league game from a couple of weeks ago where Barcelona won. I was surprised last week when he went with Lewandowski up front because they were so successful in that league game. He'll be a very, very happy man, Hansi Flick.
Gavi. What percentage of the instructions Simeone Barnes, David, are actually heard?
Lo que necesitamos es un gol más para empatar e irnos a prórroga. ¿Entiendes? A diferencia de los de Atlético, el Barcelona está ready hoy para jugar tiempo extra si es necesario. La cesta se acerca, mi gente. Se acerca a la cesta. La abuelo. Esto es peligroso.
Back across. Griezmann made a really good run across the front post, insisting it should be a corner.
Oh, he arrived so quick at that near post, Griezmann. Brilliant feat from Lookman just to slow down Kunde. A little step over, stops him dead, whips it across to the near post, and he arrives bang on cue, and he's dead right. It is a corner.
It was on target, wasn't it?
It was probably more than likely going to creep in, but the timing, the arrival, just to creep, it's probably going to go through the goalkeeper's.
La hubiera bloqueado anyway. La hubiera bloqueado anyway. Pero a ver, que ahora tienen que tirarse a atacar porque no pueden vivírsela del 2. Ahora está 1. No nos mates el tiburón antes de que llegue la hora.
Fermin Lopez looking to run in off the back of Molina. The referee had a long, hard look at that one.
Just a natural coming together there, nothing doing. Correct decision.
Atletico have only lost 6 games here since the start of last season, but half of those have been to Barcelona. That's awful for Griezmann. This time it's Longley saving the day. Olmo for Pedri. Olmo again. Oh, Fisher's run through for Torres! What a finish!
Cabrón. En la primera mitad le empatamos. Diablo, qué golazo Ferran Torres, cabrón. Ferran Torres, puñeta. Anda pa'l carajo, qué clase de golazo metió Ferran Torres. Mira eso, cabrón. Qué hermosura, señoras y señores. Diablo, papá. Ay, ya quiero ver los lloros de Germán. Otra vez. Otra vez. Mira. ¡Oh! ¡No! Cabrón, por poco. Por poco me... Diablo, por poco le jugamos la ida de la Champions. Oh, no, no, chicos. Coño, están jugando sucio. Cabrón. Coño, brother. Hacho, no, no. Hacho, eso es roja, cabrón. Eso es roja, cabrón. Eso es penalti y roja. Eso es penal y roja, porque pasó después de la jugada. Eso es penal y roja, cabrón. Le metió el pie. Diablo. Roja, roja, roja. Sácale roja, sácale roja. El portero levantó el pie después que la bola pasó. Sácale roja.
Shore them up at the minute, they're being torn asunder by an intricate, delicate, beautiful Barcelona, epitomised beautifully by that goal, that almost true ball, and a beautiful take from Ferran Torres.
Well, he's not always first choice, Ferran Torres, but he does tend to deliver in the big games. It's his 19th goal of the season. It's just his 28th start. Well, Rashford getting warm just in case he's required to replace Fermin Lopez.
Have to regain their composure, Atletico. It's been a hell of a 26 minutes. You have to stay positive and keep thinking there is a goal there for them on the counter-attack. When they win that ball back off Barcelona, Alvarez, Lookman, Griezmann, and they can go forward and score. Right now, the tide is certainly with Barcelona, and it's so difficult to stop. Players there just having a look on the iPad of what happened. Hopefully he's been okay to continue.
And as you said, it is an opportunity for Atletico to reset. That extra touch that just got him separation from Longley. But it could have been 5 or 6. Muso's made 3 big saves from Yamal, from Olmo, and there from Fermin Lopez.
Ahora estamos full.
It caused them so many problems. The low block in the first leg at Camp Nou caused Barca so many problems.
Full
because
fan
it was just
mode.
trying to break down the wall and they just kept banging and banging. They couldn't do it. They got caught in a counter-attack. Yes, they were down to 10 men. But I think Hansi Flick has played a blinder here with his team selection and his tactics.
Todavía estoy enojado. Todavía estoy muy enojado. Enojadísimo estoy. Le metieron un charpazo al muchacho, lo pusieron botar sangre.
This is how close it was. The run from Ferran Torres, inches there to straying offside. How tight is that?
He's got a great body position and it's the first touch.
Papi,
Keep
no.
his body between him and Lenormand. And the left foot finish was devastating.
Fermin Lopez bloodied and bruised, but shortly to return. Yamal with the corner. Flicks it on at that post. It was Gavi who was closest. Well, how do Atletico Madrid find a way into this tie? Good touch by Yamal. Came off Griezmann. Longley, who's had a torrid opening half an hour. Seen out by Koundé.
just a lot of pressure is incessant at the minute. Can't get anything going in a forward direction.
First time ball for Griezmann was an excellent one. Llorente now towards Adamola. Lookman! Atletico strike back.
Tranquilo, no pasa nada, eso era normal. Ahora lo que el Barcelona tiene que hacer es ganarle el juego y ya está. Si le gana el juego, ganamos. Tranquilo, no pasa nada. Tranquilo, eso fue un error normal. Eso pasa siempre. Pero si Barcelona le da a esta gente un 4-1, se acaba esto. Yo voy a decir esto. Joan García está overrated. Nunca ha ganado un 1-1 así. Mira para allá, la pudo haber agarrado.
And I do feel that injury break just gave Atletico Madrid the couple of minutes they needed just to regain their composure because they were all at sea.
And Diego Simeone looked as composed as anybody in the stadium. Lookman's been a real threat down that left-hand side.
Dale.
He's had a good battle so far with Jules Koundé. And this time, that had promised so much in the build-up, just keeps giving and giving. 15 games without a clean sheet in this competition for Barcelona.
Dale, vamos, Barça.
Those sorts of stats will make it very hard to progress. Here's Ronaldo. A major positive is
Falta, cabrón, falta. Puñeta, lo tumban entre 5 y no las cantan.
I must say that injury was the first break in play. It came on 26 minutes, and it was just pretty much 26 minutes of wall-to-wall action. The game being played at a breakneck speed, and it just allowed everyone to regain their composure.
Rolled back by Pedri and kept in as well.
Chico, lo hubiera pasado para allá otra vez.
And back it goes to Juan García.
Lo hubieras pasado para allá atrás de nuevo. No se asusten, iban bien. Sigan atacando con agresividad. Odio campo ese de mierda.
Brilliant character though, Dave. Brilliant team spirit, collectiveness. Because to be on the receiving end of what they were for the opening 26 minutes. Couldn't see a way back for them, but that's what good teams are made of. That's what they're built of.
Yo hace rato le hubiera sacado la roja al portero. Le metió un charpazo, pobre muchacho. Fermín tiene que tener esa nariz hinchada, cogiendo así, tiene que estar asfixiado ahora mismo, tragando sangre. No es lo mismo. Le quitaron mitad del performance que podía haber hecho hoy. Eso es Simeone. Eso es Simeone mandándolo, obligado. Simeone mandándolo. Si nos pasan, métele una patada. Ese tipo es un lechón. Mira, Pedro, ya. Magia. No, cabrón, no. Mira, pero coño, papi, cántala. No te tardes tanto el cantarle, cántala.
Looking for a yellow card there, the Barcelona skipper. Here's Olmo. Lopez for Cancelo. Driven straight at Musso. Barca won 2-1 here just a couple of weeks ago. We're already at that point, 34 minutes in.
Tranquilo. Ustedes lo que tienen que hacer es ganarle este partido por par de goles, nada más. Ya echaron 2, ya hicieron el trabajo. Ahora está 1-0. Sáquenle en el partido. Viene, buen pase. Vamos, entrega para el medio. Míralo ahí solito. No, míralo acá solito. Ya no está solo.
Koundé for Yamal. Rides the challenge of Rougerie. Such wonderful balance.
Falta.
Didn't give up on it. Got back to win it back. Griezmann.
He's a little unlucky there. Yamal, he was probably looking for a foul for the first one because Rougerie took a lump out of him. He managed to evade Rougerie and then was pushed off it.
Well, that was delightful for Griezmann, just dropping deep to nick things together, and he's another chance to do it here. Space for Simeone out wide, and of course Griezmann spotted him. Molina's made a run ahead of him. Back it goes for Koke. Alvarez, pirouette to the ball, finds Griezmann in a tight space. He holds on to it. So congested. Molina for Simeone, and he's overhit the return ball.
That was the right idea. Molina had a bit of daylight in front of him. It's too much on it. Just looking at the two centre-backs for Atletico Madrid at the top of the screen. No one really to mark. Everything's in front of them. They're trying to find those pockets of space. See Torres. Said before, it can be very unnerving as a centre-back when you've got no one to mark. You see Longley looking to jump out there, go to work.
Coño, le están dando palo al muchacho y no los cantan, brother.
Talismanic figures in this Atletico Madrid side. Combining again to win it back. Away by Musa. Heavy touch from Lenormand. Koke playing for the club for the 731st time tonight. Extending his own record every time he pulls on the red and white.
Vamos.
There's a beautiful passage to play a couple of minutes earlier when Griezmann dropped into the 6th position and just started orchestrating 4, 5, 6 passes for Atletico. Probably need more of that from him. Just get a little bit of control of the ball here.
Pedri, he was just nudged as he passed that ball by Alvarez. Here's Griezmann, Simeone making a really good run, as is Lookman. Still Griezmann, assesses his options, picks out Lookman, back for Griezmann, brilliant block.
Griezmann está haciendo un problema.
Quickly, Yamal, again overcommitting was Rougerie.
He did well to get back there, Rougerie. Such a front-footed defender. Rougerie, he wants to win everything. 3 or 4 times.
No lo están ayudando. Lo están esperando a que haga un milagro. No lo están ayudando, cabrones. Lo están dejando solo, pobre Yamal. No sé si es que están molestos con él. Pero mira a ver qué hacen. Les va a costar la jodida Champions. Juegan todos en equipo menos cuando él la tiene. ¿Por qué? No le quieren cantar los fouls. Y quieren que se lastime ya. Tan rápido, a su corta edad.
Lopez. Cancelo. Lopez. Away by Longley. And cleared by Koke.
Gavi made a late run into the box there, right in front of Longley. Fortunately for him, the ball was slightly overhit and Longley got something on it.
Cancelo.
Que no es la caja.
Important final few minutes of a rip-roaring first half.
It's been absolutely breathtaking. Superb opening half of football. Could imagine what it's like to play in.
Yeah. Dale, cabrón. ¿A quién se la pasa, brother?
It's the right man in the middle. Clement Turpin, the referee, so experienced. He knows when to let it flow, when to put his foot down.
Ah, diablo, eso era por una tarjetita.
And he's made his own little contribution to was one of the best times we've seen this season. Cancelo, Lopez with a little backdoor cut. Having played the first ball and then gone long. Flicks one inside to Olmo. Olmo, good touch, down he goes! Looks hopefully towards the French
Penalty,
referee.
penal. Cabrón, penal le dio.
Experience, Dave. I think he's got that one just about right. Almost first touch was brilliant to get away from the defender. There probably is a slight nudge in the back or contact.
Yamal toe pokes into Torres. Ferran Torres stopped by Musa.
Cabrón, la canta. Chequen eso en el bar. Eso fue fucking. Eso fue penal ahorita.
But initially the ball from Yamal and a take from Torres again. Does it take it in one swift movement? I think they'll look at the first one more tightly than this. Not enough in that for me. Probably was a hand on the jersey. It's the Olmo one. I believe there was contact in the back of Olmo. I'm just not sure how much. It's Llorente. Nah, nothing doing there.
Yes.
Brilliant from the referee.
Lo abraza, le da un cantazo, lo tumba al piso y no es penal. Wow. Maldita sea los árbitros humanos 1000 veces.
What a half it's been for Juan Musa. So much talk in the build-up as to whether it was time for Jan Oblak to return. Well, he's made 4 brilliant saves, vital saves in this first half.
Yeah, look, that's why these managers are elite managers. They get these decisions right. He obviously saw something in Musa in the last few games, that he was battle-hardened, he was fit, he was match-ready for a tie like this. If Oblak was in goal and he just needed a couple of minutes to steady himself.
Yamal, little step outside, no one there to turn that one home.
El gol ya viene.
Left all his teammates for dead as well because nobody could get in the box.
No, si canta, me cago en mano. Se las canta todas a ellos. Mira cómo le empuja. Ah, este tipo, el comentador también me lo pela.
Was furious with VAR last week for not awarding a penalty for the malfunction goal kick that Barcelona were involved in, or Atletico rather, and he'll feel that the video assistant referee has not done them any favours there either. And that was how well timed the Lookman one was.
It's not an easy finish. He made it look easy, but that ball was just bounces right in front of him. He just gets it on a half volley and pops it up over the goalkeeper.
Kunde, lovely flick from Yamal. Olmo keeps it moving for Gavi. Torres, 2 to Ava to his left. One is Fermin Lopez, he finds Cancelo. This is relentless stuff. Simeone does well, and then goes hunting the ball for a second time. Corner kick Barca. Taped up Fermin Lopez with this in-swinger. A lot of air on it. And he'd like to have that one back.
Fermín, cabrón. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Así vas a ganar?
You can see Koke constantly urging calm around him. He's playing Barcelona for the 42nd time in his career tonight. This was the delivery for Llorente and the finish from Lookman.
Yeah, it's such a shame that on none of the replays we saw that move from the very, very start. Ball that got played into midfield and whipped around the corner. I think it was from Griezmann to get Llorente away. That was the bit that got him going.
Foul on Olmo by Koke.
Lamentablemente Julián Álvarez está en el Atlético, pero Debería estar en el Barcelona. O sea, ahí es donde tiene que estar. Cuando Lewandowski se retire, Julián Álvarez. No hay break. Cabrón, pero ¿le pega o qué?
It did seem to slow his run as he got to the end line.
Yeah, the ball did seem to get a good ball for him.
Papi, check.
It's difficult for a referee that it's such a tiny nick. I mean, officials make mistakes. That rule, of course, in the world.
No, cabrón, pero esos errores le cuestan el juego a uno.
Will be intervening for decisions leading to a corner.
Cabrón. El VAR, ¿para qué está el VAR? Chequéalo. El VAR es bueno para darle penales al Real Madrid con imágenes de AI. Para eso es el VAR.
Flings one wide to his compatriot Simeone. And now the third Argentinian of the team was Molina. And now Llorente. Good challenge on him by Gavi. One back by Koke. Flurry of activity in the final few moments of the first half. Sums up the whole half, really. Griezmann, it flicks on to Lookman. Lookman on his right, blocked by Koundé. Simeone looking alive. He was high. And that's a foul on Cancelo. And now Barcelona look to counter-attack. Pedri, Lamine Yamal. Avoids giving it away after a little slip. Finds Pedri again. Olmo.
Dale. Tenemos que encontrar el punto. Romper esa jodida defensa de mierda, de cagao.
Lopez, Olmo. Molina.
Le rompe la nariz al pobre muchacho y no le cantan nada, mano.
Outside of the boot from Koke, trying to find Lookman. Griezmann dodges the referee. Can't find Alvarez. For two teams so good at keeping the ball, possession is changing hands every few seconds here. Lopez, Olmo.
Te tienen que ir al vestuario 0-0. Por ende, Barcelona, tú tienes que hacer un gol antes de irte al vestuario, cabrón. Diablo, pero mira todas esas defensas. Cabrón, está medio equipo ahí abajo. Deberían de hacer eso ilegal.
Pedri, little shimmy on his left foot, gives it back to Fermin Lopez. Now Cancelo, pocket of space for Olmo to operate it. Yamal, oh, played it through to Torres. He couldn't take it with him. Wins the free kick at the expense of Llorente though, and this could be the final play of the first half. We remember Atletico opened the scoring at the Nou Camp with a wonderful Alvarez free kick. Well, Barcelona have one now in a very similar position.
How many times have we seen that little ball in and then whipped in behind? Just got a replay here of
¡Coño!
They will be devastated if this costs them. So many talented players in that Barca team.
Le están tirando de mala fe. Eso es para roja, cabrón. Yo le saco roja porque soy un bias de mierda, pero le saco roja. Me quieren romper a los jugadores. Qué cabrones. A fuerza de cantazo. Así no se puede. Carajo. Me cayó, yo creo que ceniza ahorita.
It's a perfect. If you're actually to walk out there and place the ball more perfectly for a free kick, this is it. It's far enough out. You've got time to get it up and down. central. So the goalkeeper showed the line is wall off the
queso.
right-hand
El
post.
queso.
Vamos
a ver. Hacho Ferran, si tú la metes, cabrón. Yo lo dudo, esto no va a ser así. Diablo, cabrón, la manda.
And the referee gives everybody in the Metropolitano and everybody watching at home an opportunity to draw breath. What a marvellous game of football this has been so far. Barcelona, the better team. They've created so many chances, but Atletico are clinging on and still very much in this. They lead still in the tie. Half-time in Madrid. It's Atletico 1, Barcelona 2.
This match is brought to you by Pepsi Max, UEFA Champions League official partner.
No sé, tenemos el botón.
It starts small, doing what you can, when you can. It's just one change, followed by another, and another, until you wake up refreshed. Find your step, and realize that incremental has become monumental. Be yesterday with Garmin.
You got to show me love.
I'm tired of giving my love and getting nowhere.
Nowhere.
Words are so easy to say.
You got to show me love.
It's me, future you. But you're
radiant. I know. And it's all because of the savings from that Energia Smart Plan.
tracking our usage. Absolute game changer.
Make big savings with an Energia Smart Plan.
Didn't we do well?
Future you will thank you.
Got your card? Careful with that now.
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call hat with a bat. I wish I was like 6'9" so I can get with Leo. If you don't know me, but yo, she's really. Even in my dreams, I can scheme a way to make her mine. Cause I know she's living back. Her boyfriend's tall and he plays ball, so how am I gonna compete with that?
Thanks. Careful with that now.
Build their financial confidence with a Bank of Ireland Smart Start account. Bank of Ireland, right with you.
At Uisce Éireann, we're continuing to upgrade Ireland's water network to ensure a clean, safe and reliable water supply. When repair and maintenance work is required in your area, we want to make sure homes and businesses are informed. That's why we have a new free text alert service providing real-time updates for issues lasting more than 4 hours. Sign up with your mobile number and air code at water.ie. Uisce Éireann, delivering water service.
Yo vengo ahora. Bueno, mi gente. Vamos a ver qué tienen que decir Van Persie sobre esto.
And there was a penalty claim for Barcelona. You shouted penalty in studio. Have another look at it.
Yeah, I shouted penalty, then I seen the replay, I shouted no penalty, and then I didn't really know.
Entitled.
He's taken up refereeing.
Yeah, it was, I mean, after last week when they felt they should have had a penalty, and you look at that one, you think, there's two players in really close proximity, but he puts two hands on his back. When I seen the replay and you see it from a different angle, it probably would have been a bit soft had he got it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll let you off with that one then. Breathless first 45 minutes at the Metropolitano in Madrid.
A ver si lo puedo cambiar a español.
Bien, señoras y señores, en el descanso
¡Ay,
del tiempo,
María!
yo le diría ansioso, de verdad. Seguramente ustedes también para acomodarse y esperar este
Conseguí
segundo tiempo que tiene
el
otra
GOAT
vez
de los comentadores en
la
español.
obligación del conjunto de Flick para tener que por lo menos emparejar lo que había logrado en este primer tiempo. Con Musso, uno de las figuras, con Ferran, con la aparición de Lamine Yamal, esto que les decía Diego, y con los contraataques importantes de Atlético Madrid. Así está pintado el partido, así fue pintado el primer tiempo. Veremos qué pasa en la segunda parte, ya venimos.
Este no tiene la opción de sacarle una burbujita para afuera. Dejé el partido, ¿no? Espérate.
Martes, dos equipos buscan su primera victoria.
Vamos a tener que tragar en inglés, papá.
Fresh.
Para yo poder verlo y que ustedes vean esto aquí
Not
así.
so much. Because when your dog is happy, they do this, this, and all of this. Which is why we use only the finest human quality ingredients. Butternut Box. Fresh food, happy dogs.
It's a miracle! Hands-free Skechers slip-in sandals. Light, comfy sandals I never have to touch or bend down to put on. The secret is the exclusive heel strap that guides my foot into place. Then the special heel pillow keeps my foot comfy and secure. Try Skechers slip-in sandals.
Hey sis, I got your package. I just wanted to say thank you so much, but don't be spending your pocket money on me, all right? Just leave me a message. Miss you.
There's a glass and a half in everyone.
Thank you for being the first one out, for courageously stepping into unknown territory. You dared believe that electric cars would one day be what we simply call cars. We made this one for you.
Volvo haciendo buenos carritos.
This match is brought to you by FedEx, UEFA Champions League official partner.
Now, another Champions League quarter-final second leg on the way for you tomorrow. We'll have the action from the Emirates. A big week for Arsenal, isn't it? They're defending a 1-0 first leg lead against Sporting. That's 7:30 tomorrow, Virgin Media 2. And lots coming up over the weekend as well. Big game on Friday night in the League of Ireland. Shamrock Rovers against Bohemians is always a massive one. Virgin Media 2, 7:30 for that. And then on Saturday, Women's Six Nations takes centre stage. It's Virgin Media 2 from 1:20 for Scotland against England. And then the action switches to Virgin Media 1 at 5 o'clock for the big one on Saturday, Ireland against Italy. Talking about a big one and a great first half we've seen at the Metropolitano. It is Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 2 on the night. Atletico halfway to doing what they've done twice before, and that's knock Barcelona out in the Champions League quarterfinals. Richard, how do you see it going now? What will that man's plan be in the second half? Is he going to go to real defensive, dogged, try and see this one out, or will he look at the chances his team created and say we can pick this Barca team off? Or how do you see it?
Yo creo que honestamente el juego se va a decidir obviamente en estos 45 minutos y yo pienso que el Barcelona va a remontar. Todavía tenemos, ¿tú me entiendes? La esperanza de la remontada para ver llegar la sexta.
There's an opportunity there for Barcelona, and Longley's one of those players that, again, he will make mistakes. It's not finished for him tonight.
That's a big one, isn't it? We reckon Longley might be about Atletico's fifth choice centre half.
Chacho, mira a Fermín López. Fermín está tochado la nariz. Yo no sé, yo lo hubiera sacado roja. Sigo diciendo que la patada estuvo de más. Ya la bola había pasado y él no tenía por qué levantar la pierna. Él vio que se metiera de cabeza.
Beaten that man twice, Musso. He has been brilliant. The man who got the nod ahead of Jan Oblak, who's on the bench just back from injury, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Musso doing his bit though for his team. Let's get back to the action now. Damien and Dave.
Thank you, Tommy. Well, what a wonderful first half it was. If the second half is remotely as entertaining.
Bueno, empezamos la segunda mitad. Vamos a subir el volumen. Escuchen ese público como se escucha, mano. Fatal. Pero el Barcelona nos tiene que callar a todos. Hoy es el día que rompemos la maldición, ganamos el partido de vuelta y nos coronamos como campeones de la liga.
Barcelona started the first half incredibly quickly.
I think Musso's going to have a massive 45 minutes. He was brilliant in the first half. I think he's going to surpass that because the kitchen sink is coming again from Barcelona. The longer this goes, the more bodies are going to commit
Vamos a ver,
forward.
estamos viendo el Barcelona manteniendo control del balón. Vemos como el Barcelona controla el balón en la línea defensiva, la pasa por el medio campo. Todavía están en el lado de Barcelona, vuelve otra vez para los centrales. Ahí está, Barcelona moviendo la Pedri. Pasa, le la pasa. Buena. Pedri por el medio. Se arrastra 3. No. Diablo, te cierran como entre 5, loco.
Griezmann trying to find Simeone, and it is a lovely touch of Fermín López.
He was excellent in the first half as well.
Buen toque ahí en pases cortos. Todavía les queda algo del DNA del tiki-taka a esa gente, pero le falta todavía mucho más por completar.
just to move it on swiftly and quicken up the counter-attack.
And he's leaving the highest level of football, still very close to being at the top of his game, Antoine Griezmann, heading to the MLS in the summer. Now aged 35.
Estamos viendo.
What a career he's had. World Cup winner. But one glaring omission on his CV in Champions League winners medal.
¡Epa!
Now this is
No.
final chance to do it as Koke is brought down.
Coque, no dañes el juego haciéndote caído para comer tiempo, mano.
An overzealous referee can insert himself
Chacho,
into
eso
this
falta,
game.
eso es la falta de Simeone.
And all of a sudden then the sting is
Eso
taken
no
out
fue
and he
falta.
realises that there's not
No hay contacto, 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 porque yo veo las cosas y ellos no los ven. ¿Cómo es posible?
Almost driving themselves into the limelight. Clement Turpin has no interest in being the centre of attention. Lopez trying to play one in behind towards Torres. Oh, that's a risky ball from Molina. Just enough weight on it, turned out to be a pretty good ball in the end as Griezmann, early ball to Lookman. Wide it goes to Simeone, there's a Barcelona player down. It might be. It's on that far side, not quite sure who it is as yet. Eric Garcia perhaps.
Yeah, it's coming together, I would imagine, as he's coming down here in a very vulnerable position.
Diablo, cabrón.
Yeah, nothing too untoward. Maybe just knocked the wind out of his sails a little bit, but
Ya lo cayó explotado. Este cabrón de...
referee did him a favor
Mira quién está ahí. El Cuco. Ten, 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 ten. Póngale la canción de Pokémon a esta gente.
Thankfully dealt with it reasonably well as we'll get play back underway here.
Garcia has the air back in his lungs. And he's now back on the field. Slightly overhit by the normal.
Vamos. Otra. Va a echarla para atrás. Vamos a acomodar el juego, resetear todo. Miren la caja de ellos.
Nibbling at his ankles.
No. Oh.
Arguably, David, been the quietest 5 minutes of the game so far.
Simeone está jugando uno de los fútbol más sucios y asquerosos que hemos visto en toda la historia de una semifinales de Champions.
Really trying to rouse his players. They know they've got their noses back in front. He will be ramming home that message.
Estos son octavos de final, perdón. Bueno, los cuartos, esos cuartos de final, pues ya lo que quedan son 8 equipos, cuartos de final.
Nothing needs to change.
Kendrick. Good day for Yamal. Slightly cagier start to this second period.
Ya vi lo que están haciendo y esta gente se están durmiendo. Míralo como poco a poco se van infiltrando todos los jugadores del Barcelona allá abajo. Ahora mismo está todo el equipo allá abajo. Una patada bien da, un centro. ¡Coño!
I think it's going to have to be very clear and very obvious for Clement Turpin to point to the penalty spot at some point in the game this evening.
Yeah, it looked like he was running out of options. Lamine Yamal probably was a little bit of contact and he decided to go down as he was running out of options. Referee having absolutely none of it, and rightly so.
Fine tackle from Griezmann. Alvarez. Oh, he could be in here if he's got the speed to get away. Pursued by 4 Barcelona defenders. One of which is Pedri. And then Lookman gets the shot away! Oh, he had Juan Garcia worried.
I always say with Julian Alvarez, he's sneaky quick. You know, he did no right to make the ground that he did there. He had 3 or 4 Barca players level with him. But he has a powerful run, and he manages to get a bit of daylight, get his team up the pitch, checks out, finds Ademola Lookman and acres of space. He's claiming a corner, and rightly so. Deflection off. I think it was Eric Garcia. But that's what they're capable of. Griezmann with a beautiful tackle in the middle third. And Alvarez striding away from the back 4.
Well, sort of evens it up a little. There was an incident in the first
Los cambios, ¿para cuándo, chicos? No te metan otro gol ahora, porque acuérdate que necesitas más que uno y los cambios son los que te van a salvar.
Barcelona centre half, Gerard Martin. Garcia. Yamal. Strokes it inside for Ferran Torres. Garcia again. Yamal gets away from one tackle. He's got Cancelo with him, turns back inside towards Olmo. Koke dabs one wide for Rijuri.
Ahora que están desarticulados. Estaban desarticulados en el medio, brother. ¿Qué tú haces pasando la bola para atrás?
Seems to be ramping up again. We had that 5-minute lull you mentioned. You just feel it building now.
Yamal. All around the back for Koundé. Rougerie was beaten, tipped away by Musso. Cancelo takes it down the outside. Back in by Yamal. And Ferran Torres stopped by Musso again. And still not clear. Lookman. Musso takes centre stage again. Although he's apologising for the manner in which he cleared the first cross. Not sure he did an awful lot wrong. Cancelo again. Slides it inside to Fermin Lopez. Now Olmo. And across it goes to Gavi. Great block. And Ferran Torres gets his second. Barcelona piling on the pressure again. Has told again. 4 goals in 2 games for Ferran Torres, and the tie is all evened up once more.
Yeah, I mentioned it was building. Simeone's looking for VAR. I'm not sure for what. Didn't see anything untoward in that. All I saw was a
Golazo.
touch move.
Golazo del Barcelona.
Down the right hand side, ball gets crossed over, they recycle it, cross it in from the left, they recycle it again. Beautiful ball from Olmo, beautiful take. Oh, there's the stuff looking for.
Isn't he?
Yeah, there it is. He's certainly offside. It was beautiful for Barcelona. Superb block from Lenormand, or Longley, I think it was.
It's a tidy finish.
Yes.
From what we've seen just there, this is going to come back. Unless Rougerie at the top of the screen that somehow dropped a little bit deeper.
Well, they've been saved by Musso on multiple occasions. They need the video assistant referee to save them here.
No venga a hablar mierda ahora, cabrón. Estaban bien. No hubo mano ninguna. Si la llegas a cantar fea, papi, te vas a ganar el odio de todo el mundo.
Offside it is, says Clement Turpin.
Cabrón, le están robando el partido al Barcelona, cabrón. No está offside, cabrón. Enséñame la prueba. Enseña la prueba. No. No, no. No estaba offside. No estaba offside.
So easy to get that sort of finish wrong. Well, do Atletico take that reprieve and build from it? Or is that a sign that Barcelona are getting on top again? Fermin Lopez, good acceleration there.
Se están robando el partido, cabrón. Se están robando el partido, maricón. Simeone, ¿cuánto pagaste, papi? ¿Cuánto pagaste? No le cantan ni una falta a Lamin. No le quieren cantar penales porque tiene que ser de que obvio. Entonces, cabrón.
Fresh tape on the nose and the cut beneath the nose of Fermin Lopez at halftime.
Tú me perdonas, míralo allá abajo, míralo allá abajo, míralo allá abajo, míralo allá abajo, cabrón.
Delightful footwork again from him. Olmo. Straight to Simeone.
Vamos.
And Llorente pointed to where he wanted it. Simeone couldn't put enough weight on the pass.
Yeah, just slightly under a hit. Llorente is furious. It was on. He made another brilliant run from deep. You can see him.
Coño, falta, cabrón. Cántala, chico. Cántala.
Three different players have had a nibble at him. And eventually it's one nibble too many.
Oh, twinkle toes. He's a sight to behold. And here's just a confirmation. The animation, Rougerie was the deepest, but unfortunately not deep enough from a Barcelona point of view. I think you need to get a replay of that Simeone ball because Llorente would have been through. He had the legs on Eric Garcia.
Joao Cancelo. Fermin Lopez. What was that?
Al muchachito me le dan cantazo y no le quieren cantar la falta, brother.
Martin again. Cancelo. Pedri. One back for Atletico by Molina. Decent ball as well to Alvarez. And now the space for Simeone if he can get there ahead of Martin, who's quick over the ground as well.
Again, another little glimpse. When that ball turns over, there are gaps. Those gaps are going to get bigger as this tie goes on.
Dropping deep as Torres. Now Pedri. Martin. Trying to pick out Dani Olmo, too close to Musso.
Nos jodan el juego en la cara a nosotros y nadie hace nada, chicos. El público no se tira ahí a la cancha y hacer un crical.
Well, it might be the final game Musso plays for the rest of the season, potentially. Well, they do have the Copa del Rey final coming up this weekend in Seville against Real Sociedad, and he has been the Copa del Rey goalkeeper. So he'll surely get the start in that game as well. He's performed brilliantly tonight, and he may be needed again here. Cancelo, Llorente did so well to cover the ground and deal with it. A limitless amount of energy in his engine. Gavi, Olmo is going to hit from range, and he's won a corner.
Yeah, you're right about Llorente. He's a sight to behold. Having a brilliant season, full of energy, so dynamic. Has the leg speed, the power to chew up that ground and cover him off in behind fullbacks. Does feel limitless as energy. You're going to need it in the next 35, 36 minutes, I would imagine.
And it's all Barcelona, bar that Lookman shot. Atletico Madrid have not been a factor at all as an offensive force in this second half. Here's Pedri back out to Yamal. Wraps his left foot around it, cleared by Longley. Bounces between
Le dan cantazo, lo empujan, los amaquean.
And then taking it over the end line.
That's beautiful. As that ball is coming down, if you just watch him, it looks like he's getting away from the melee. It looks like he wants nothing to do with it. And somehow he just sticks his toe in and drags the ball out with him. Just look. Ah, that's absolutely beautiful. Fortunately, just slightly overdid it. There you go, look, just separates himself. Has the presence of mind, the ability, and the audacity just to swipe that away from players.
That is almost Maradona-like with the silkiness of that touch. Barcelona players past and present. Well, this game has been a highlights reel in itself, but we will bring you the highlights of the other tie tonight after this match is over. Liverpool PSG at Anfield. Join us here on Virgin Media 2. Stay with us. And then we're back tomorrow night because, of course, we have the second leg from the Emirates Stadium as Arsenal take a 1-0 lead into their second leg against Sporting. Half-setting start for that as well here on Virgin Media 2.
Vamos, 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 todavía esperan, estamos ganando el partido. Un gol más, uno para empatarlo. Lo hicimos y nos los quitaron. Vamos a hacerle otro, cabrón. Dale, vamos, por favor. Tenemos que salir de esta puta maldición.
Just Torres in those little pockets again, just looking to his feet. So clever, the passing lanes that he fills just to receive the ball. As we saw the goal, he's so sharp, so swift in those movements of taking the ball and creating distance between him and the defender. It's all one movement.
Coño, falta, brother.
There he is again.
Canta la puta falta, lo está empujando, canta la falta, cabrón. Hace rato, chico.
For a free kick, and he may well do now. He did allow it to unfold, in fairness to the Frenchman.
Hace rato se la están robando.
Garcia. Olmo.
¿Tiene Lamine Yamal? No. No puedes pasar. Tienes tres encima, loco. No!
I just wonder how he manages to avoid losing control of the football.
You know what, I have to give Ruggieri so much credit because he's got the most unenviable task of any player in world football dealing with him. He sticks to his task manfully and he plugs away and he gets his body in and he's tenacious. I mean, you're never going to win that battle. You're just trying to slow him down as much as you can. Little things like that where he gets little nicks on the ball as he's trying to go past him, just to stall his momentum, just to disrupt it a little bit. I mean, it might look like he's getting turned over, but he does really, really well.
Well, they need legs, albeit Simeone has run himself into the ground. Alex Baena and Nico Gonzalez, the two players coming in. Lookman's withdrawal a surprise, perhaps. Certainly not two offensively minded changes. There's an awful long way to go in this game. Atletico Madrid are not the sort of team that are built to soak up an awful
este cabrón metió el barrio entero allá atrás a defender ahora. Quita sea la gente que juega cagado también.
Yeah, those changes make sense. He understands what the next 30 minutes is going to be about, and you can't afford to carry anyone. I'd be surprised if Griezmann lasts a whole much longer in this game as well. As I said, you can't carry anyone. You need that freshness.
Here's Ruggieri. Takes the cross out. Garcia. Two players colliding there. Referee happy there was nothing too untoward involved. Alvarez. Baena. Oh, inside to Julian Alvarez. Looking for Griezmann. Oh, there's nobody there. Picked out a lovely bit of space, the Argentinian. But there was just green grass. As Llorente wins the throw-in.
Yeah,
No!
Nicking her off Yamal in that far corner. And they keep it alive very well by Aina with a beautiful little flick pass inside. Fortunately, there wasn't a whole pile of options for Julian Alvarez. He does.
Te lo juro que yo pudiera ser mejor árbitro que esta gente.
So the pullback wasn't on, and I think it was Aina possibly at the far post. So
Llorente towards Alvarez. Gavi goes down. Struck early. First touch for Baena. A spectacular touch that would have been.
I think it's the double change for Barcelona coming right now.
Well, Gavi hadn't started in this competition in a year. He's still working his way back to full fitness. Thought he scored once, thought he'd scored twice. He's replaced by Lewandowski. And in comes Marcus Rashford for what could potentially be his final appearance in Europe for Barcelona. Still no word on his future. You could see Ferran Torres there, furious that he's been withdrawn. Good ball out.
Joan.
Of an Atletico Madrid persuasion. It was terrible from Juan Garcia. Here's Griezmann, slides it into the path of Llorente. Oh, flashes it across goal. Not quite a shot, not quite a pullback.
Again, there's not many options for him. I just wondered when the ball was slipped through, could he hit it first time early as the goalkeeper's getting set? He decides to take it on a little bit, and once he does that, unfortunately nobody can catch up. Nothing shot come cross really, but
Makunde, Koke, smacked off him by Olmo. Oh, there's more claret.
Oh, that looks nasty.
That looks like, yeah.
No vengas a sacarle ahora una joja por lo mismo que pasó ahorita. Lo mismo que pasó ahorita. Pasó ahorita también. Pasó ahorita también, cabrón. Me llegan a sacar una tarjeta. Eso fue un...
Yeah, I'm not sure VAR will be looking at this. I've said it 1,000 times before, you have to use your arms for leverage. It's just an unfortunate incident. We'll give Atletico Madrid time again, 2, 3, 4 minutes, possibly even longer with the amount of blood we're seeing there.
Oh, it's a nasty cut, you can see it there. So that may need a stitch or two. But it gives you an opportunity, David, to try and set the scene for what could be an epic 20 or 25 minutes to come. This tie is on a knife edge.
Yeah, I mean, those substitutions that Barcelona made will be with an eye, obviously, of keeping the pressure up, sustained periods of pressure on the Atletico defence, but equally the substitutions from Atletico will be, they will sense a goal on a counter-attack. In fact, they'll be expecting it, because the more and more desperate Barcelona get, the more and more bodies will be committed forward. The likes of Julian Alvarez on the pitch.
Se están robando el partido con fakes. Con fakes.
There is another goal for them here to put this tie to bed. But this Atletico Madrid team already start today. When leading after the first leg of a knockout European tie 22 times, they remain undefeated. We'll just get a replay there of that clash. So they know how to see out a tie. They know with a 1-goal lead, that manager